Hello, Akira. How are you? Hello. Today we were lucky, guys, because this morning I had some technical problems with the Wi-Fi. Like there was no internet available because they were working still in some parts of my neighborhood. So even though we had light, like there was energy, but the Wi-Fi wasn't working today early in the morning. So I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no, don't tell me that I will have to postpone it once again. I don't like to postpone the live streams or the days of the live stream, because then, you know, the recommendations, and if something new comes up, then everything, like, it gets stuck, like it piles up. So it's not good. It's not good. We have to have an order. We must be organized. Very well. If you hear sounds, it's because my dad is working upstairs, so yeah, it's him. He's installing the ceramics for the floor, so yes. So very soon, I'm going to give you guys a tour of upstairs, how it's going. But yeah, I believe that very soon I'm going to move upstairs, and hopefully the Wi-Fi is going to reach well. So I have to test how the live stream goes, because it's not the same as being down here than being up there. So I don't know. I hope it reaches. I believe it is. I believe it is, but I don't know. I don't know. Because mostly those blackouts and you know, energy, like, you know, it mostly happens during the summer, not on winter or autumn, that we are here still on autumn. But I don't know, maybe some connections are not going very well. You know, we had very strong wind. We have very strong winds, so probably, I don't know, maybe it has to do with that. Okay, we are starting a new series. This is going to be like the opposite of what we had been reading in the last series, that it had to do with how they will behave in a stable relationship. Now we're going to see their counterpart, like what kind of partner would they attract, like the characteristics of that partner that they would attract to be in a stable or a committed relationship in or with. So it more has to do with the partner, a potential partner, like what kind of person would they attract to be in a stable relationship. Just personality traits. I'm not going to give like the physical features, know what they look like, how old they are. But if they come up, if I see it, I'm going to say it. But yes, this mostly is like a personality reading. But yeah, I do have the core cards here, so maybe, I can get more info. But yes. Has it been very rainy there these days? No. Like last week and this week is okay. We didn't have rain, but it was very cold, like 1 degree Celsius, 1 degree. So very cold. Like if you have to get up like it's really, how I can tell, because I have like a room far away from my house that is like an old office, and in there I have a library. I have like a shelf full of tarot decks. I have some of my tarot decks in there. And the other day, because I had a client that they wanted a specific reading, I had to go and grab a specific deck. So I went and I tried to reach that shelf, and it was very early in the morning. But the sun was already out, so it was a cold day, but it was okay. And I tried to reach, like I touched the box of where the deck came in, and it was freezing. Like the box it wasn't frozen, but it was so cold to the touch. And I was like, yeah, that's because we are having very cold nights and days, so yes. It's gonna get worse, I'm afraid, because on TV ads they are promoting a thing to save some energy, so you have some during blackouts. I don't even know how that thing is, because we have never seen it. Yeah, in here there's also a machine that is like a self-generator, like it generates, hey Fluffy, it generates, it's like a power bank, I would say, like it generates, it saves energy and then it generates, so yeah, I believe, I mean, it's very expensive. It's not, I've seen that object, but it's not something that you can buy. Like a regular person. I believe they're very expensive. Usually people that they are from the countryside, but I don't know, they own their lands, or they live very far away, but they are owners, or they have a kind of business, they are very well off. They have those. But well, maybe they own their own fabric, like, not fabrics, I wanted to say fabrics, but it's like their own offices where they work, or if they work with animals as well, if they have like a farm, they have those. It's like a generator. I believe it's called generator. So but yeah, guys, I guess I don't know if I told you this, but a week ago, I believe it was like a week ago or so. There was a fire near my house. Like it was like around the corner, around the block of where I live. A young man that we all knew him from the neighborhood because he was always like going in the neighborhood, and he was born with special needs. But he was so friendly, and I believe their parents. That is so weird because their parents had they left to go to attend a funeral. I don't know if it was like a family funeral, and they left him alone. Like they left him at the house because he was 21. And they left him, and he was sleeping, and the house caught on fire. The house caught on fire because there was something happened with the radiator or with the heater. I don't know what kind of system he had, if it was a gas one or if it was like an electronic one. I have no idea. I don't know the details. But I do remember I woke up in the middle of the night because I heard screaming, and I heard people running, like very close to my window. I believe it was because my neighbors that are closest to it, they woke up to help. And I still I don't know, it was like 3 a.m., but I believe I heard him. I heard someone scream, say something out loud, but very far away from me in my dream. So I felt so bad afterwards. Like a night or two, I couldn't get sleep because I felt so bad for him that he died that way. The firemen, it took forever for them to get to the place. I believe the neighbors also wanted to break in. They wanted to enter the house, but it seems like he was sleeping. He had a place for himself, like a small room, but there was no windows in that room. So that's why probably he got suffocated, but I think that he was calling for help. So no, I swear guys, I felt so bad because when you have those neighbors that especially him with his whole personality, he was like a giant, he was very tall, but he would be like a 5-year-old, he would always be loud and just crossing across the street and just laughing and talking about football, about soccer, just a very nice guy. And I don't know, I think that it was so, this is why life is so fragile. One day we are here, and then another we're not. Yeah, I swear, oh no, and it happened poor guy. For the family as well, because I'm sure they have some kind of guilt because they were just a few hours away from their house, and this happened. So this is why, going back to what we were saying, sometimes to be cautious of things, especially nowadays, we have so many electronics, we have so many. Our mind, now that we're in Gemini season, our mind is in so many places, mostly on the phone, but is on so many places at the same time. So maybe we are oh, yeah, I'm totally aware. Yeah, I always check out my I don't know, my oven, my my electricity. Now we are using heaters. But you never know. That's why it can be being a bit paranoid, but check twice, just in case. And try to be a bit more present. Don't get distracted. Look, don't watch that much. Don't get like stuck on the screen of the phone. Look, observe, be present, because sometimes we are all guilty of this. I myself as well. You know, sometimes we do things in automatic. We go around like this with the phone, and we don't even watch where we're going. And accidents can happen, and it can happen in your house. So yeah, guys. So now that we are, I believe Jupiter is in Gemini, so it's expanding. Jupiter, I believe, is in Gemini. So it's expanding. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you who I have on my list. I have aespa Giselle, 70 Mingyu, Vernon, and Scoups, Treasure Haruto, BLACKPINK Rosè, and Sserafim Yunjin. So it's mostly, there's a lot of females. I like it. I like it that there's females. And of course, the ones that are not on the list, but you guys send the request, I'm going to do them next Wednesday. We're going to have a second part of this, so don't worry, I'm going to do them. But also I want to ask you all, like, I know we all have our biases, our favorites, but it would be very nice if we could recommend different people. So, you know, maybe people that didn't get a reading from their favorites in the series before, they get a chance to see something different this time. So please add some recommendations that it has more to do with new people, you know, so we also keep this dynamic, and maybe, you know, someone that I usually try to read for everyone, like for everyone that my community wants. But it also would be nice to see new names, you know, and not always be reading for the same people. I know that some of you, you know, that's my policy. That's what I try to incorporate here. Like, I don't want to always be reading for the same people, because I believe that that's not healthy, that's not good. It would be nice to be like, oh, you know, I'm curious about this guy or this girl. And also let's try to be, you know, equal, like let's try to ask for more girls, women of K-pop, the queens in K-pop, and not so much like only the guys, because, you know, in here we're trying to, you know, make room for all of them. And if it's someone that you maybe, or me, even me myself, I'm like, I don't know these people, the better. Because, you know, it's a way to change, because then we get fixated on the same people. And I know you guys have fun, I have fun too. Because some of these people in that we usually read for, I like them, I like who they are. But it would be nice to introduce change. I don't know if there's a lot of new idols debuting that are not minors, because that's the thing also. Like, I know that this is not just in my channel, because I have people from different fandoms, and I know that if they had some recommendations, new ones, they would say it. But I believe that there's something very interesting in K-pop, probably that there's a lot of minors. So this is why we always go back to the second generation, to the even the first generation of idols, to read for them if they are active, because there's a lot of minors, and I don't read for minors, and I think that you cannot pull cards for a minor. Like, what do you expect? What do you want to see about their future partner? Hey, Hope. Yeah, the energy is back. Thank God. The Wi-Fi wasn't working, internet wasn't working this morning, so I was a bit worried, but it came back on time. It came back on time. So I was like, okay. And also yesterday I had to attend a virtual class as well. I had a class, like I had a symposium. And I tried to log in with my data, but I believe I stayed like 20 minutes and then I had to log off because I was like, this is so uncomfortable. I need my internet and I'm in the darkness here. Honestly, I don't know too many new idols. In Hypen is the youngest group I really know, and even them I feel could be a bit too young for relationship question, as in they may not have much to say. Hey, Amrita. Yeah. But I mean, I believe I'm very expansive with the readings. Like I read for a lot of people, for a lot of people. Even if it doesn't seem like it, I read for a lot of people in the industry in general. So I try, guys. I try. But yeah, just like you guys came up with this concept to do this series, this is why I want to hear your opinions, and I want to hear, of course, always respectful, because I believe that we all can create more fun and interesting things to do, to read about, you know. But yeah, it's a whole process, guys. It's a whole process to come up with a new reading, to think about, okay, what aspects I'm not covering, I'm going to cover those, you know. But yeah, you guys helped me a lot, so I do appreciate it, and I want to acknowledge that and to say that there's some dynamics, some series, some readings that I do that came up from your heads, from your minds as well. So yeah, I trust you guys very much. Would you say he's someone you have read for too much? Would you prefer someone a bit lesser known? I have read for him for Jungwon. But what I do get from him is that what I also get for Yoongi, BTS Yoongi, and maybe for some other idol, that I do reach a wall, where I read, but it's always generic. Like the interpretation is always generic. Like he's not that in touch with his emotions, or like there's something very proper about him, very formal about him, I would say. So I wonder if that's is because he absorbs so much, so many lessons and so many teachings of older people. So he's like, I believe he still has to figure out who he really is, but it's very strange how the fans attribute certain traits of him that I'm like, really? Because I don't see it in the cards. But but well, maybe he's a good entertainer and he can, like, inspire through his art and his talent. He can inspire emotions on people. That's because he's very talented. But him emotionally, I feel like it's very yes, no, and that's it. It's like I cannot see much. Like I still think he needs to maybe leave certain things, but I do feel like he follows the lines very much. Like he follows what older people or people of influence tell him. He absorbs that so much. Yes, yes, it was very proper. Like very formal, like yes or no sir, something like this. Very, very nice, obviously. But you're like, wow, like, okay, thank you, you're so polite. I will not bother you, like, I will not go deep. No, okay, thank you. Okay, I'm going to start the reading with aespa Giselle. What type of partner would she attract to have a stable connection with? To have a stable connection with. What kind of partner would she attract that would make them stay? It sounds very, very Stray Kids saying, someone that would make them stay in a connection. But yeah, that's the feeling. That's the okay. For Giselle, we have the archetypes of companion, seeker, and artist. So definitely an artist. Someone that shares the same the same craft, the same environment of hers. Then from the Hermit deck, I got the Queen of Cups. That it says Queen of the Thrones of Waters. So a very sensitive person. I will get a Pisces vibe. Someone that is very nurturing. I know I believe she is a fire sign. And then from the Oracle of the I Ching of Love, we have the card of receptivity. So again, she's so. I believe that she also, because receptivity, I think that there's some kind of mirroring. She probably also absorbs. She's like a sponge herself. So it's like, if I meet someone that is so sweet, that is so dreamy, I would also get more dreamy myself. Probably she has that. It's like she can act tough for others, but for someone with this kind of sensitivity and this kind of just very sweet and nurturing nature, I think that she would allow that person to love her. It's like, okay, yeah, I act tough not tough, but I think that there's something that maybe like for herself to sort of navigate responsibilities and maybe having to deal with people and also fame. Maybe she shows a much more like determined or determinated kind of persona. She shows a bit much more of confidence. But it's like, for this kind of person, I would melt. Like I would also like slow down, and I would get a bit much more submissive as well. Like I would sort of like there's something about her receiving the sweetness of the other person, not acting like, oh no, yeah, I don't like it, or no, 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 I don't do those things, or you're too sweet. No, no, no. She's like, oh, for that kind of person, so sweet. I definitely, I would allow them to be sweet, to be even cheesy if they want to. Um, Very feminine also, someone that is very much on their feminine side, very much. The card of receptivity, it says, this card is a sign of a strong yin presence. We're talking about femininity, yin and yang. There is a receptivity in your life. Observe how it governs you. What it implies is what comes from it. The creative force is settling and gaining concreteness in you. So yeah, I think that also this kind of person, this is why this person would make her stay. Because I believe that this person, this is why I used this word. I said melt, sort of going weak on the knees, or like melting and sort of like becoming a bit like a sucker in love, or being like, oh, like putting your guards down for that person. And I think that for her, it's also a way to connect with her own femininity. To be able to be like, okay, I open myself to trust my partner, because my partner has these characteristics that it can be too sweet for some people, but for me, it's like, this is why it makes me want to trust them, because it's so sweet, and it's always there for me, and it's always pendant of what I need, and they are always listening to me. They're always very sweet. They're always very romantic. They're always like, I don't know, I feel it like water, very flexible, non-judgmental at all. I could be a bit of a hippie, I would say, sort of like, let's go with the flow, of love and light. But I think that yeah, this would be her person. Yeah, because with companionship, I think that definitely is someone that is not afraid to be like, yeah, I'm aespa Giselle's partner. Like, yeah, I am their partner. I am with her. And like, probably, I don't know if maybe the kind of man or the kind of guy that is very like standoffish, and is like, oh, no, 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 I'm not with them. Oh, no, no, yeah, she's following me around. No, the man with that kind of cocky attitude, like, oh, I know it all, I have it all, for her is like, is a turn off. I mean, I think that probably she could meet people like that, people that have like huge egos, a huge ego, and just being very self-centered. But at the end, I think that she would settle for a person that is very sweet and is not egotistic at all. It's someone that probably is not like, oh, he's so handsome, or look, he's like so popular. But for her, it's like, oh, he's so sweet. Like, he treats me very well, and I feel like he knows what I need emotionally, and he gives it to me. So yes. Yeah, someone loyal, tenacity, and yeah, totally selfless companionship. And seeker, yes, is someone that, in the here I do get Sagittarius with the seeker. The seeker is someone that is looking for wisdom, and is like always searching. So I guess sort of see someone that is very spiritual, that is always looking for the truth. Probably believes in soulmates. There's something about like, oh, I went through this path, this journey, and then I met you and my life changed. You know, something that he believes in, like this person believes in soulmates. And with artists, yeah, definitely someone from the industry, you know, or someone that creates, you know, someone that their job is to be, like this person gets paid to be creative. Very emotional, very emotional. Um, and I think that probably because it's the kind of artist, probably this person can create something that it has her name or it has her as their muse. So she feels very honored. It's like, oh, you did this for me? Oh, I didn't know. But yeah, also with the Queen of Cups. The Queen is all very watery, all very Queen of the Throne of Waters. So this is like water of water, like the most water of all the waters. So definitely someone that probably is, if this is a water sign, it's like a double, like a sun and rising. Someone very, very much connected with their inner self. Very spiritual, I would say as well. She could be also very hippie-like, sort of liking that, like being attracted to that mentality, or like, tell me more about this that you believe in. You know, I find it interesting. If you hear some knocking, it's my dad. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you hear some weird sounds, it's my dad. He's working upstairs. Yes, very peaceful. All love and peace. Yes. Okay, I'm going to continue with 17 Mingyu. Oh, okay. Oh, very fast. Like, does he already know this person? Because it feels like it came out of my hand like this. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it then, if you say so. Yeah, I believe we all want someone like that. Someone that is like, okay, I don't want to fight anymore. I want some peace in my life. But definitely the card of the oracle that she got, receptivity, is like, I believe she can meet someone like this once she allows herself to be receptive. It's like she's no longer fighting it. It's like she's allowing herself, she's not chasing anyone. She's allowing this to come to her, to receive it. It's like, okay, you will get this special person. Be ready. Okay. For 17 Mingyu, we have from the archetypes, we got the card of guide, rescuer, and messiahs. I believe he got also some of these archetypes himself. But yes, someone very proactive, I would say. Someone that takes charge, I would say. Also because of, you know, the sort of the energy that the cards sort of flew like out of my hand. It was like here, they jumped on the table, they're here. So yeah, very strong-willed person, I would say, very proactive. And also, from the Hermit Tarot, he got the Knight of Swords. So again, a fighter. The Knight of Swords is someone very opinionated. So yeah, very Gemini, I would say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius kind of vibe. And then from the Oracle of I Ching of Love, he got the card of the Game of Love. Game of Love. It's so cute, they're dancing. It's so cute, this oracle. The more I work with it, the more I love it. Okay. It says, Game of Love. The prophecy is favorable. It speaks of an expansion. You have finally understood that love is a game. Nothing in you prevents it from being what it is anymore. Yeah, like it has something to do with having fun. Having fun. This is why it says you finally understood that love is a game. And that you are not trying to make like, oh no, relationship is supposed to be like this, because there's people that they go into relationships with certain beliefs that is like, oh no, relationship is suffering, or relationship is loyalty, or relationship is this. So, we can all have different connotations about like, okay, what is a stable relationship about? And I think that is very important because in this dynamic, we are seeing what type of partner they would attract and would make them stay in a stable relationship. So this is someone that is sort of teaching him at the end that love is a game. Let's play. Let's make it dynamic. Don't get like, oh, am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? Like, should I be like this? What kind of man should I be? This person, I believe, that has a very straightforward and also this person is in charge. There's something, like, I don't think this person is like a CEO or a boss. But I think that is someone that gets things done. This is why they got the archetype of guide, rescuer, messiahs. Like wherever this person goes, they fix things. Like they accommodate things. They execute things. It's like, this is the kind of person that literally you go to an event and you don't know where you have to go or the directions, or you don't know what you're supposed to do, and this person will guide you. Will be like, okay, over here, this is the information that you need to get here. Also, rescuer, are you lost? I can help you, I can assist you. And messiahs is like, if something goes wrong, I can make it right. Because I'm here, I put in my energy, I show up. I don't know why I get fired, like firemen, maybe because of the rescuer. I get that is someone that spontaneously, they show up. It's like you need them and they're there. And they are not going to ask you like, what do you need? Why do you need it for? Like, what is it for? No, they just show up and they fix your life. So I think that probably it also has to do that maybe, I don't know if what a characteristic traits I set for Mingyu when it comes to him being in a relationship. But probably this person is also someone that would take the doubt away from Mingyu. This is why this is someone that would make him stay. Because probably before he gets into a stable connection with this person or with this kind of person, he first has to go through different experiences with people that make him doubt himself a lot. Or people that sort of influence him to be a bit fearful and a bit like, You know when you're like, okay, am I doing? This is why this is what I said a few minutes ago. That I said like I could see him sort of being like, okay, am I doing this right? Am I good in this? Like, am I making my partner happy? How do I do this? Is this correct? You know, I think that he's the kind of person that he wouldn't express it, that he has his doubts, but probably because of different people that he could attract, maybe initially they could make him doubt himself a lot. It's like, am I good? Am I being a good partner? Like, are we compatible? Is this how we are supposed to be? Because I feel like also with the card of the game of love, you know, there's something about like relax, relax. This person is like, you know, do you want me to take the wheel? I will take it. Do you want me to guide you? I will guide you. Do you want me to rescue you? I will rescue you. I'm here to bring certainty. This is why I'm staying. Because this person is a doer. You know, this person is a doer. This person is like I will take care of this. You just have to follow me. But I think that maybe there's a part of him where he needs to be convinced like this in a connection. You know, because maybe for some other people it would be like, this is too overwhelming. You know, that anytime I sort of like, I lift up my head and there you are. You're here to save me somehow. And I know I'm supposed to be grateful, but you know, I can also handle this myself. So, but for him, it's like a pleasant surprise. And I wonder if he himself, maybe in another connections, he often puts himself in this place of, I am the rescuer of other people, and I usually am the one that shows up for others, but actually in my stable relationship, I would want to be the one that is rescued instead. You know, I would sort of would want to numb having to doubt or not having to be the stable one all the time or the strong one all the time. Definitely this person is also very convincing, you know, the Knight of Swords. This is like someone that fights with words as well. You know, it says Lord of the Wind and breezes. This is a very Gemini card, like a Taurus, Gemini placement. Like a Taurus that has a lot of Gemini placements. This is the Decanat. So a bit of earth and a bit of air. But I think that is someone that also is very good with the speech, you know, is someone that is very fast. Someone, like I said, like a rescuer. It's always there, you know, it's always like, hello, here I am. I came to save you. I'm like the shining armor. But yeah, I think that this is someone, a kind of person that will make him stay, you know, probably someone that also is like their own boss, you know. Oh, sorry. A communicator, definitely. Okay, I'm going to continue with Vernon. I don't have my mate near here because last time I read for Vernon, my mate flew away. So I have a cup here, but I'm going to push it away just in case. He's yes, he's going to make you drop. This is why I didn't bring it. I didn't bring the matter today, just in case. I'm like, okay, just focus, just read, just read, just read the cards, and that's it. But the cards are always like calling him out. I don't know, like he's a mate dropper. Okay, everyone, start with the soundtrack, please. Play the voice stealer because we have the stealer archetype, visionary, and networker or networking. Hey Vanessa Pro or Vanessa Pro. I don't know if your real name is Vanessa, but I'm like seeing Vanessa and I'm like, is she Vanessa as well? Okay, and then from the Oracle, this is the first time I'm seeing this card. It's very interesting. He got the card of Obsession and Greed. Look at this. Look at this card. This is a very interesting card. It's so interesting. Obsession and Greed. And we have the King of Pentacles. So another one that, you know, it sort of makes me think that it's money, money, money. Like, very stable, but it's all about money and status for this person. Prince of the Chariot of Earth. King of Pentacles. If this would be like Aries, Taurus, Taurus, the decanates. For people that know astrology, this is why I'm explaining it. It has the symbols here. I don't know if you can see it. Some of them do have it. It's the energy of Aries, Taurus, Taurus. Obsession and Greed. It says, the light of love is dimmed by primordial or mental forces that have the upper hand. Its naturalness is suffocated or obscured by something that prevents its free expression as a simple need. Try to intervene on those conditions that have clouded your imagination and your ability to live fluidly. So again, the Oracle is calling Vernon out. Like I'm sorry, Vernon, this is not me, this is the Oracle. I'm going to read it again. Obsession and Greed. The light of love is dimmed by primordial or mental forces that have the upper hand. Its naturalness is suffocated or obscured by something that prevents its free expression as a simple need. Try to intervene on those conditions that have clouded your imagination and your ability to live fluidly. So definitely it's like, I think that probably this person could be very much into money and status. like very stable person, but probably someone that they really, they value what they have, or for them their image is very important. So yeah, it seems like, it sort of suffocates, or it limits. Maybe they are not that affectionate, or they are not that loving or romantic, because they worry about, like, let's behave, like, people from our circle, we don't do this. Or people, if it's someone religious, maybe it's like, we, in our religion, we don't do this. That's tacky. That's not what a person of our condition is supposed to do. We have to act, very well. We have to look our best, very, very structured, not very spontaneous. But I think that this is not initially. This is like, because it's a King of Pentacles, I can sort of see it like a slowly taking territory, and sort of being like, okay, if the relationship initially was so fun, or it was so exciting, then it gets very stuck. It gets very much on like, okay, probably they are a stable relationship, they even can get married, but it seems like a business relationship more than a love story. And probably, for him, if we look at this card, I think that probably there's something about him probably not being able to express himself, or him not wanting this to change. He probably is fine with it. It's like, yeah, this is, I knew what I was getting myself into when I met this person. Like, I know they are like this. They are, very much like interested in businesses, or, in I don't know, maybe they have, I don't know, maybe they can come from a rich background, or they can be wealthy, so they are not that demonstrative, like they are not that affectionate. And I think that for Vernon, it's like, okay, yeah, like, yeah, we are not the most lovey-dovey, and for me, it's okay. Yeah, with the archetype of the stealer, visionary, and networker, definitely this person is like a Pandora box. I think that initially they could show much more exciting traits to sort of seduce Vernon, probably not telling him their background, or where they're from, or what their life is really about. I think that they will try to start the relationship also with the visionary, maybe, trying to, show a bit of excitement, and also a bit of originality, and being like, oh yeah, I'm not like the other girls that or the other people that you hang out with. I'm different, so probably to seduce someone like Vernon, this person has to be very creative, or they don't show themselves for who they really are. It's like, okay, yeah, I show you this side of me, but then, like sort of like Cinderella, like it's midnight, I have to go, something like this, to sort of like like there's something about keeping him interested, so I do a lot of things to entertain you. And I think that this person is also very intelligent. We have visionary, we have networker. So probably this person knows about Vernon, and they know about, the potential of him being who he is. And this person is like, they can make business with Vernon, or with Vernon's image, being like, let's work together. Like, I don't know, I want to be your manager. I want to represent you in this. I hope, like, can we make some decisions for your career, or your solo career, or, because I feel like he would meet this person when he's very, like, not, like in his 40 maybe, because I feel his energy that is a bit like he's in that part of his life where he's not that active. So it's like he's not, he doesn't fight. It's like he's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, this person is like this. But I like them. I like the way they are, how weird they are. I don't know if to say it's weird, but they definitely have their mannerisms. They have their way to get what they want. They sort of also have this duality because maybe if they are privileged or they have money or they have influences, you know, they are very quick. They are very quick like this to change. Like they can change, they can transform themselves, and it's like it's very interesting, this person. But I think that it's always about information for them. So it's always about learning a new skill, starting a new business, you know, being creative all the time. Probably could be a content creator as well, you know, someone that uses the internet to promote themselves. So, but I think that this person is doing very well in life because they can move around and making very like unexpected decisions that probably if you are someone that you live on a paycheck, like, you know, you cannot do that, you know, you have to adjust. But yeah, also with the King of Pentacles, I think that this is someone that is very stable. It's all about status. Yeah, I think that this person, probably I can see it like why this person would make Vernon stay, because even though they move a lot, or probably they, in their career, they show themselves as an entertainer, I would say more like a content creator, or like a lawyer, you know, someone that connects people with others, like famous with other famous people or influential people. But when it comes to the relationship, this person is very stable. This person is like, they don't like change that much in their connection, in their, probably in their relationship is like, yeah, I don't want us to change that much, you know. It's like, you know, this is why we have the card of obsession and greed. This person can be very greedy, you know, about like, okay, yeah, I can be very flexible in some aspects in my career because it has to do with my work, with how I work. But in this relationship, I don't want us to change that much. I want us to sort of follow a certain routine, and I want us to stay together. Like, I want us to make, I want us to keep growing as if it was an enterprise, you know, but for them it's good. You know, for them it's good because it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about like, okay, who I'm seeing, you know, because I usually don't like to, maybe they would meet because there's something about them probably just being a bit fed up when they meet. It could be something about them just being tired of meeting people, you know, and going on dates and being introduced to new people. And it's like, oh, I'm going to arrange a blind date for you because I see you very lonely. So I'm going to introduce something to you. I know someone, like a cousin of mine, they are interested in you. You know, and probably this person and Vernon have the same character of being like, this is a waste of time. Like, can we get this over with? Like, it doesn't have to be that emotional or this fantastic. There's no need for this to have like fireworks. Like, I just want to be okay. like I just want to have stability. Like, please, like, let's make each other's life, I would say better, but it's like, let's make each other's life easy. You know, let's not get complicated. So yeah, you know, I feel like it has to do with that. It's like no complication, no drama, no. Okay, I'm going to continue with Scoups. Scoups. I have two ladies in here that are showing their boobs, so I have to cover them. But I like it. It's very feminine. I like it. It's very feminine. Okay, for Scoups, we start with the archetypes of a student, beggar, and themselves. Then we have a Princess of Wands, that this is Princess of the Shining Flame. And we have from the Oracle of the card of falling in love. Look at this Venus. Isn't she lovely? Falling in love. Okay, for Scoups. It says, the hexagram embodies nature in its splendor. Therefore, the oracle is simple. What you are living through raises your heart and spirit and puts you in touch with the everlasting and imperishable splendor that is love. Let this flame burn completely, without expecting anything else. Oh, it's so passionate at the same time. It's so, definitely I think that this is someone that I would say is very youthful, is very, I would say is younger than him, definitely is younger. So, or it feels like their energy is very youthful, like it's very youthful. A fire sign, I get fire vibes. I don't know, the princess, if it says the decanates. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. I see Saturn in here, but it doesn't say. But there's a lion as well. Because I have the card of a student, so it's not like literally he's going to have a stable, committed relationship with a student. But I think that this person is very useful, is very excited to study and get to know more about life. You know, I feel her very passionate. You know, it's like someone that is like, okay, I want to be better, I want to know more, I want to experience a lot of things, like someone that is full of life, a bit reckless, I would say, but full of life. And also with the card of beggar and damsel, is also, it gives me, it gives me, like, I don't want to say victim, but it's like a brat. Is someone that, this is why I'm like, this person is young, or inexperienced at least. There's something about this, this person being maybe too impulsive, or like they get into situations that they don't know. Then they don't see the way out. You know, they get very prematurely into situations that can be a bit dangerous. This is why with the damsel and the beggar, I'm like, I can see them. With the beggar, I can see them like, sort of like having to ask him for help. It's like, can you help me? Like, can you, it's not like, can you rescue me? But it's like, can you please help me because I cannot get out of here, or I need a hand, or I need a friend, or I need someone to trust. So probably this is someone that can be a bit rebellious, someone that doesn't measure their, what they do. They probably just openly trusting people, and they're like, yeah, they're my friends, like they are all my friends. And then eventually like they feel very helpless in certain situations, or they maybe don't know how to say no to certain things. So it's like I can sort of see this innocence, it's like, and I see that they ask him for help. It's like also with the damsel, it's like the damsel in distress. It's like sort of like using, this is why we have this Venus also in here. It's like using your power of seduction to be like, yeah, I made a mistake. I got myself into a situation. Can you please come and help me or rescue me or something like that? So I think that this is someone that tries to look tough, or someone that looks independent, or that they can handle anything. But then when they get in trouble, they go back to him and they ask him, like, can you please rescue me? Like I can see it like her using her feminine attributes to sort of seduce him and being like, I had no idea what I was doing. But she's definitely someone that is very excited in life. Probably she's very curious. She always wants to learn more. She probably is like, also when she meets him, there's this feeling of like she's trying to figure things out by herself or on her own, maybe being on her own for the first time in her life. So there's something very naive about her, but also very optimistic. She's like a very optimistic person. And maybe that's when she realizes that she doesn't know that much about people or certain protocols, about reality out there. The Prince of Wands is also someone very, very passionate, that she just launches herself. I don't know why I think that she could get in trouble for saying certain things, probably a bit of a troublemaker. She could say something in the wrong place, a sort of start an argument with someone, and then she could be like, can you please come and help me? Can you come and get me? Or can you come and pick me up, please? Like, I got into a discussion with this person and this person, but I see her that she's very authentic. It's like she doesn't hide that she can get in problems, or she can get in discussions or just very silly arguments with people, with random people, or having arguments with other, I don't know why I'm getting with other women. And it's like she doesn't know when to stop, or she doesn't understand that, that you, in certain atmospheres or in certain places, you have to sort of, not say much and just retire in silence. She's very opinionated. She's very like controversial, I would say, because she says a few things. But she's just so full of, she is so full of energy that it's like, you listen to her and you're like, yeah, I sort of understand what you're saying. Yeah, you're not that wrong, but yeah, you're wrong because not everyone is ready to hear certain things, so yeah, she can get in trouble from time to time. But I think that this is the sweet thing, because I think that maybe he finds it very cute or very nice that he has to rescue her, somehow, like, oh, I have to go and rescue her, him sort of thinking like, oh, I'm the man here, and I'm taking care of this, and this is my person, and I'm going to defend them. And I think that he finds it, like, he has sort of like a hero complex. So I think like, yeah, it's like, okay, here I go. Yes, definitely. But yeah, falling in love, it's like, just let it happen. Just let it happen. I think that definitely the fire in this person and how authentic they are in their expression of feelings and okay, I know what I like, I know what I don't like. It's like it's sort of teaching him that love can happen. And it can happen like this with someone that is very inexperienced or someone that probably is very unexpected for him. Probably he's like, maybe before he meets this person, he had a type or he had a certain person that he would meet that maybe that person was older than him or maybe more structured in their personality. So he sort of is like, yeah, I have this type of person. Yeah, I like the serious type, or I am serious myself. So I date, or I feel attraction to very serious people, to people that have it all figured out, that have it all together. Someone that is very professional, someone that is very strong, and definitely you have this person that is so full of energy, so full of like you don't have to guess what is on their mind. They're going to tell you. They're going to let you know what they think. So for him, it's like, oh wow, like I feel so passionate myself. Like it's contagious. It's contagious to have someone so spontaneous like this. So passionate as well. I think that when I see all this red, all this red, then all this fire in here, definitely he needs to maybe ignite his passionate self a bit more, get more passive, get more, not passive, but more passionate, and not being with boring people. Do not go for the people that you're like, oh, but yeah, they're trustworthy. Yeah, maybe they're trustworthy, but if you are bored of them or they don't make you feel anything, maybe that's the reason why your relationships don't work because it feels like a chore, it feels like a job, and he is meant to have a passionate, relationship. Okay, I'm going to continue with Treasure Haruto. Treasure Haruto. What type of partner would he attract, and that partner would make him stay in this stable connection? What kind of partner would he attract for a stable connection? I see. I was seeing all this red and I was like, whoa, I feel the fire already. Another one that needs to ignite the fire in his life. He got, oh wait, I have to show you the archetypes. He got the archetypes of poet, goddess, femme fatale, and from the oracle he got the card of awareness, and king of cups, prince of chariot of waters. This is the decanate of Libra, Scorpio, Scorpio. Definitely he wants a seducer. I think that the person that will make him stay is a seducer. Is someone that has all that attribute. Maybe he doesn't have it himself, so he probably needs someone that makes like the first step, that takes the first step, someone courageous, but someone very creative. Like it's like, yeah, you're confident in yourself by approaching him, but you also have to be creative. We start with a poet, so you have to be very good with words as well. Goddess, you have to be beautiful, you have to be very secure in your own skin, like whatever style you have, whatever like, fashion, this fashion choice you have, or, the color of your hair, whatever, like wear it with a lot of pride and with a lot of confidence. And femme fatale. So definitely someone that is like, okay, I'm going to seduce you. I'm going to get you. Like someone that uses erotic energy of the feminine, open your heart when your dependency is rejected. Also someone that doesn't give up. Probably like initially he can come off as someone that you really think that he's not into you, because probably, well, he's an Aries, so probably when he looks at you, he looks like he's going to punch you in the face. Like he doesn't like to, like he probably has the same expression, like, and it's really tough to sort of like pass his radar, he's a tough guy, and it's not that he's tough. I think that he has a tough exterior, so it's really hard to be like, okay, does he like me or does he hate me? Because he looks like, Aries men, usually they frown a lot. So I also do that. I have that because my dad is an Aries and he often looks at people like this. And when I was young, I used to do the same. And then I noticed that people don't like that because they're like, what is wrong with her? And then I changed it. But I used to do that, and actually I'm not upset. I wasn't upset. It's just a way of staring at people. But probably he has a tough exterior, so you have to do a lot. This is why I think that someone that is very feminine, someone that is very in contact with their own femininity, someone that is like, I'm going to wear what I want. If I have to reveal some parts of my body and I'm feeling sexy, I'm going to do it. Like I'm going to wear it, and I'm going to be provocative, or I'm going to be sexy, and I'm going to do it because I love my body and I love the way it looks and I look great, and yeah, I do get a lot of attention, but yeah, like I love it. And I think that he would appreciate like that sort of like, first of all, he's a visual guy, so definitely he would stare. But I think that also showing that you have a personality beside of that, beside of having the physical attributes, I think that he would be like, wow, this woman is special. Because, the goddess archetype already tells you all, someone that is so magnetic, is so confident, is so, she's amazing. So it's hard to ignore her, and probably there's something very hypnotic about her, and maybe there's something about him wanting to be hypnotized by someone, maybe he also doesn't allow himself to get that carried away by people. He tries to be in control, or maybe he's used to being him the one that makes people lose control, and he's like, yeah, I know, I'm handsome, I know it. But this woman is like the female version of him. Probably be a bit much more provocative, but I think that she is like the whole embodiment of beauty and femininity. But she also has a tough, she has a strong temper. So even though she's feminine, she's not like quiet and soft. No, she has her temper. She also is very, she has her personality. Awareness. It says, the hexagram shows a static situation. The oracle does not want to judge this state of affairs, but invites us to reflect on the mechanisms of or conditioning that generate it, and on the other qualities to be focused on to get out of a situation of stagnation in which you will only rot. So yeah, I think that also the kind of awareness, I think that Haruto, even though he can attract this person, with all this very beautiful and everything, and just like a very complete person, very complete woman. There's something about him just maybe actually being a bit passive in relationships. Maybe even if he is in this stable connection, or maybe he's like finally in a stable connection with someone, and he's like, yeah, like I chosen this person, yeah, like I am with this person. But he doesn't do much for the relationship. He probably like expects the person to do everything. So there's this aspect where the relationship actually can fail, or it can actually go through a lot of challenges, because it's like, yeah, he sort of notices that there's some things that need to be changed, or he needs to do more, or maybe be more present. But it seems like he's like hypnotized, or he just doesn't move a finger. So, or maybe he's quiet. He doesn't interact that much. He doesn't do that much. So here with the card of awareness, if you see, there's this woman standing alone in the kitchen, and she's like sort of contemplating her life choices. So I think that she could also come to this awareness of like, yeah, I am this amazing person, like I am this very confident person, but I feel like, yeah, we have this stable connection, but I feel like we are not advancing. We are not advancing. We are sort of stagnant in this connection. And I wonder, should I stay or should I go? Because you don't do much. It's always me, the one that does it. Or changes happen every now and then because I say something. So I feel like probably also, I think that if you notice this woman in the picture, this woman is feeling very lonely. It's like, am I the only one in the relationship, or what is going on? So probably she could get into these very introspective moments of like, is this it? Like, this is not this is not that fun. Like, it's not about being fun. I think that there's a lot of silence. There's a lot of like passivity. There's like maybe she would hope for him to be a much more outgoing, excited, just like, let's go out, let's hang out, let's see this, let's go together to this event, let's do this. And he's like, no, I want to stay home. And maybe she's like, oh, so, yeah, and also the King of Cups. The King of Cups, also can be someone that is very intuitive, and someone that is very probably is. This is why when I see the card of awareness and I see this woman in here, definitely she's very, even though she's like a beautiful, like breathtaking person that you're like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Inside of her, she's actually very intuitive, and when she gets into a relationship, it's like she pours everything of her into the connection. And she probably is the kind of partner that wants to know how you feel, how are you doing, like, do you have any worries, like, how are you feeling, and she always wants to go a bit deep. And probably she feels like with him, there's not much deepness. And that's when she probably also starts doubting, like, am I making the right decision to stay in this connection? Because I feel like it's the waters are so still, or there's a lot of coldness from his side. So she's like, I'm supposed to be romantic, or I'm supposed to feel the romance in here, but I'm not feeling it. So she could get a bit perceptive. I mean, like, should I stay? And probably if she's sort of contemplating to leave, maybe this is also a lesson from him, so that he can do a bit more, because she looks like the ideal woman. This is why because of, not only because of her beauty, but it sounds like she's a very just like, and when I say woman, not a young girl. She's a very a very like well established woman, like, definitely. Um, okay, I'm going to continue with Blackpink Rosé. Oh, oh my God. This is the first time that I get this archetype. And I'm like, or maybe it's been a while since I saw it. I'm like, is this for real? Is this an archetype? Like, I'm like, Okay, for Rosé. We start with Prince, the archetype of Prince. Guide. We have the archetype of God. I don't remember that in this archetype there was the archetype. I never got it, like the archetype of God. Usually we get the messiahs, but not the God archetype. So the person has to be a God. Omnipotent, like he has to be everywhere. Yeah, God, like it's so like okay. Oh, and we have the card of the Queen of Swords. So yeah, another one that is very opinionated. Someone that just like cuts people's head off is not very pleasant. And in this we have, with the Queen of Swords, we have the decanates of Virgo, Libra, Libra. And for the oracle, we have the card of youthful inexperience. Youthful inexperience. Oh, this book is youthful inexperience. The oracle is telling you that you are facing an abyss. But don't worry. By necessity, the carefreeness that characterizes this card leads you to flow, thus overcoming any obstacle that prevents you from progressing. So it's like, go with the flow, like don't stop. Yeah, I think that, yeah, this person is like, could this person be a millionaire as well? Because, and if we have the card of Prince, Guide, and God, is like a ruler of the world. It's like someone that rules our finances. I don't know, our energy. Like, I mean, I hope she gets someone like this. I mean, the reading is type of partner they will attract, a partner that will make them stay. So probably this is a very important person. This could be an important person, like a leader, a worldly leader, like a prince, a real prince. Could this be? Could this be? I mean, if she does eventually, I'm going to go back to this reading because this is an oracle reading. But what if it comes true and she ends up marrying a royal? Because it feels important. Like, this is not a regular guy. Like I don't know if maybe people think that maybe she could date a musician or choose. No, I think that she goes for the highest levels of influence. Yeah, the prince archetype is charming, romantic, and also has the potential of power as well. Someone very, very romantic that does all the gestures. That is a gentleman, a bit old-fashioned, but someone that doesn't mind to have these romantic gestures. I mean, like, okay, I will show up. I will give you a very expensive gift. I will be a bit cheesy and traditional, but I will always make sure that you know that I am your prince. And guide, it says, represents the divinity in life and yourself. Guide, also someone that is very wise. Someone that is very wise. Someone that probably this person also has their own system of beliefs. Someone that maybe they follow a religion and they are like very influential and they are like a spokesperson. So it's like maybe they talk about this religion. I hope it's not a cult leader, but I don't know. I don't think it's a cult leader, but probably this person is like I don't know why. I think that when we think about this guide, and also when I read for Mingyu also, these people that have these traits that it seems like they will be like the final guidance for these idols. And I think that is very interesting to see this because we see the idols like, okay, they have all these talents and they are so beautiful and talented and everything. But from time to time, they need to be guided at some point in their lives. Maybe they need to be guided in love and romance as well. To have someone that is like, okay, we're going on a date. This is what we're going to do together. I know you're busy. I'm going to prepare this for us. I'm going to do this. Like, you don't worry. Like, and also thinking that, I don't know about you guys, but there's always a moment where you are the guide in the relationship and you're also the one that calls the shots. But then eventually you meet someone that is like, I can take over. I can do this. Like, you relax. And for you, something new. It's like, wow. There's people like this, people that take care of others, and I got one for myself. Like, we usually, when we are very self-sufficient, we don't give the person the room to be like, okay, I will take charge. It's like, no, I have it. And when you meet someone that is like, sort of is like taking the title from you, and it's like, you relax in this connection. I'm going to guide you. And guide also is someone that is not that they're going to tell you how to live your life in this connection. Is more like someone that you can tell your doubts to. Someone that, I don't know, I imagine an idol or an artist being like, okay, what should I do with my career? What should I do with my next project? What direction should I follow? And having a partner that is very willing to listen to you, to sort of understand where you come from, and also seeing it from another perspective. I mean, like, oh, I think that this will be good for you, or I don't know, we can search for these answers together. Like, I don't know much about this, but I'm listening to you, I'm here for you. So I think that also guide is not to manipulate. It's not the same to take over the relationship and be like, here we will do what I say. No, it's not about power. It's more like, I can be this center for you. I can be this very established, influence where you can sort of pour all your worries on me, and I will sort of see how we can navigate this, even when that person doesn't have the answers. But yeah, the God archetype, definitely the person has to be magnificent, I would say. It says, benevolence and compassion acknowledges the external existent force that is in your interior and others. So yeah, someone that thinks very highly of themselves, someone that thinks very highly of themselves, and probably they are in an environment where they feel like God. They have the control, maybe in their careers, maybe in their lives, maybe in another areas. They feel like, okay, without me, like, I don't know, I sort of run this place. So, and the Queen of Swords also, someone that is very diplomatic, someone that also uses words, communication, but is a queen, is a Queen of Swords. So this is not a regular person. Like I said, this is a royal. This is someone that probably is older than her. I can sort of see that this person is older. But also it's not so much like, oh, I have this opinion about what's going on. No, probably this person is in charge of giving certain opinions. It's the one that is like, okay, this goes, this doesn't go. It's not that they talk they talk because the air is free. No, they know what they're doing, and they probably work also with communications. They probably are like in charge of reviewing what is being communicated or not. They sort of is like, okay, cut it, this is not going to go out. But yeah, youthful inexperience, I think that also it has to do with this, that maybe this person is, maybe if Rosé meets this person, both of them feel like they are inexperienced, like they are youthful inside when it comes to love and romance, even though Rosé on her side and this person with all this influence that I see here, with all this person being a gentleman, a guide, a god, and also very sharp Queen of Swords. So there's something about always having the control on their hands, and I think that when it comes to their union, it could start like a game. It could start like something innocent, something that, oh yeah, it happened, but we don't know where this is going because we are both busy. And then eventually, it turns into something serious. But I think that both of them, maybe when it comes to the love department, maybe both of them, and this person is included, is very inexperienced in love and relationships. Even though they may have the control and the influence in other areas, maybe this person is very famous as well, but there's a level of innocence and inexperience. So I think that this is what it would make this relationship last, or they would gravitate towards each other, because there's a mysteriousness, there's something about like, oh, I never experienced this before. Yeah, I travel the world. Yeah, I visit different countries. Yeah, I talk to different superstars and I hang out with them and everything. But when it comes to intimacy, this is my first time. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue with the last one. That is Le Sserafim Yunjin. Yunjin. Le Sserafim Yunjin. What type of partner would she attract for a stable relationship? What kind of person would make her stay in this connection? Okay. Okay. For Le Sserafim Yunjin, we have the archetypes of Buffon or prankster, I guess it's called Buffon, distractor or destroyer. I don't know how it's in English, distractor or destroyer, and poet. And then from the Oracle of I Ching of Love, she got the card of Love Yourself. And then from the Hermit Tarot, she got the card of the Knight of Pentacles, Lord of the Wild and Fertile Land. This is a super name. It says it's the decanate of Leo, Virgo, Virgo. So, for Yunjin, the card of Love Yourself. The oracle is an invitation. Love yourself. In fact, the real problem is that you often don't even accept yourself. How many times have you done what you really liked? Start now. Here, immediately. So, definitely, like, another one that the oracle is like, calling her out, but also is inviting her to love herself. Is like probably like if we think about a partner that would make what kind of partner she would attract for a stable relationship is someone that probably, because I have the jokester in here, so there's something about a very sort of prankster and you know, someone that probably uses humor to sort of attract her. But at the same time, I think that this person with humor, they would be like sort of telling her a few truths, you know, a few truths, like you should love yourself a bit more. Like sort of calling her out. You know, when you attract that sort of people, and also because with the Knight of Pentacles, we have the decanates of Leo, Virgo, Virgo. So, you know, Leo, but Mercurial. So there's something about this person also being very funny, you know, being very unexpected, being a bit critical. But it's like, you know, when was the last time that you did something that you liked? When was the last time that you made a decision for yourself? Only for yourself. And I believe she's a Libra, so it sort of makes sense that there's something about, you know, sort of this stable partner would sort of confront her with like you can also say no to things, you know, in a connection. You know, you don't have to accept everything or just being polite. Yeah, because the Buffon or the destroyer, the prankster, you know, there's something about this person sort of like confronting with words or with certain actions, sort of seeming like a hater at the beginning, you know, seeming like he's trying to annoy her or trying to make fun of her. But I think that he's trying to reveal a part of herself. This person is trying to push the um, the appearances. It's like, I like you when you are different, or I like you when you show your true colors, when you are raw, when you are yourself, when you are not in idol mode, for example. So it's like, I want to destroy the superficial side of you. And maybe, she could have a few confrontations initially with this person and be like, I don't like that person. I don't like that person, because they're always like pointing something against me. It seems like it's always me, like they always pick on me. They have something, and actually, like, it could start from enemies to lovers, something like this. But I definitely think that this person sees her true beauty or her true value. This is a Knight of Pentacles. Definitely this person is, since it's an earth sign or it's a Knight of Pentacles, this person is slow, is patient, but at the same time, it's like it's not going to make it obvious what they feel for her. But they are here to stay. A Knight of Pentacles is a slow builder, but they are there. They are slow. They are not that evident when it comes to romance. They are slow, but they are loyal. And it's like, yeah, you may not like what I say or the jokes that I make, but I have a mission. I have a mission. So, sort of, he wants that, like, to sort of push all the boundaries and see inside herself, like, who she really is. So, and the poet, definitely someone that could write songs about her. Someone that could be a writer, yes, that could write. Probably is a romantic at heart. This person is a romantic at heart. I think that at first, he can be a bit unpleasant, I would say. Like, especially, like, I don't know, there's people that they have a great sense of humor. So when they meet a buffon or when they meet a prankster, they have the ability to laugh. To be like, oh, well, he's joking, or he's like this, or they are like this all the time. But for me, if you want to seduce me, like, you better, like, do not make fun of me to seduce me, because that's not cute. And I think that for her initially is like this, like, there's no way this guy is being romantic or is attracted to me, because he is sort of trying to destroy me, or is trying to sort of push my buttons for me to sort of explode and show the ugly side of myself. Like, I don't want to show the ugly side of myself. Like, I don't want to lose control. So, yeah. But at the end, he is a poet. He is a believer. He's like a very, he probably is not very good at saying what he thinks, but he's good at writing songs, or writing poets, or writing a fictional story. He's very good at creating. He's sensitive inside, but yeah, he can be a bit annoying at first. But yeah, see, this is why she got the card of love yourself. It's like, in order for her to meet this person, or to sort of understand where this person comes from, and that actually this person wants to build something with her, she needs to heal certain things about herself. Maybe she believes she loves herself, but no, she has some wounds, and he is sort of exposing her on purpose. I don't know. It sounds like an enemies to lovers, like story. Like, it starts like this. It's not very, like, it's very conflictive. It's like, it's a bit annoying. Yeah. Current orientation. Oh. Mm. Mm. Yes, the post is in the community section. It's in the community, the post. I have a few that I have to do them next Wednesday. Um, so maybe I have one or two places for next Wednesday, but yeah, there's going to be a part 2. This was like the beginning, the beginning, because this is something that the girls created, and I'm executing it with the concept, the idea that they had. So yes, we are going to do this like this. But yeah, next Wednesday I'm going to do part 2. So don't get anxious, girls. Girls and guys, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get to your favorites today. I got to do a few, but I know that there's a lot. And on Saturday, we are going to continue with some Gemini readings that I have to do, and also I have some questions from people. Maybe about what's going on in K-pop, if something new comes up, a comeback, or news or something like this. That I often read for this what I don't read about, so we can sort of like save some time for people that have these rumors or these perceptions about their idols, like, oh, I feel like they're going through this. Like, I don't read for rumors nor for speculations. I only read for what we see or what we are seeing in the news, like, okay, this is going on, this is the issue, or this is a great news, we're going to read about that. I don't read like, oh, I have the feeling that something is going on. No, about that, no, guys. Like, let's use the tarot wisely. So, I'm a true blue Capricorn. No, actually, Amrita, I have Venus and Mars in Pisces. So, I can have my moments where I get distracted. But if I'm not in a rush, if I take my time, I do things very well. But it depends. It depends. Like, if I'm in a rush, I probably make mistakes. I probably make mistakes. I get confused. But since I'm here, like, I'm in my place, also I know, this is something that earth signs, we need a lot, that is a stability, and probably a place that we feel like is stable, like, I know that this thing goes here, this thing, very organized. Like, I need to organize it beforehand. But I admire more Virgos, their ability to organize themselves, and I admire them so much, because they have this perception. They see, like, they're like, no, this detail is not correct. And I'm like, wow, how did you see that? Like, I swear I'm not. But yeah, I always try to keep it simple, so I don't get overwhelmed with information. Cap person this side. Yeah, we value stability. We value stability, definitely. I can relax in a messy home. No, no. How do you experience this placement? I feel like I'm always in the clouds. Such moon. No, but I do have a moon in water, and I have Venus and Mars in water. Also, I'm a Pluto in Scorpio generation, Saturn in Scorpio generation, so I have a lot of water. I'm a mix. I don't have air nor fire. I have all water and earth. I think what I do is I take my time. This is what I do. I think that this is what maybe earth signs, we can manage, is don't let the exterior push you to get things done that you are not prepared to do. It's like, don't let people play with your time. This is the way, because sometimes Mars in Pisces or Venus in Pisces, we feel we are a sponge, so we feel what the others need, what is going on, but is the most important thing about grounding yourself is to be like, let me do my thing alone. Like, especially when you have a lot of people talking, like, you know, like it's like, because we earth signs, we get very paranoid. At least I get very like upset when someone is trying to rush me. Like, let me do me at my pace and at my style. If I know that the result is efficient and I'm good at this and I'm successful, but let me do me. You know, like maybe it's because of age, maybe also has to do with age. Like, I adapt. I actually adapt very well. Like, if I have to run, I run. Like, I'm very much like I'm used to. But now in this period in my life, I'm learning to take my time, you know, and don't let others boss you around. You know, maybe people do not like directly boss you around and tell you to your face what to do. But there's some people that definitely they impose their energies on you. And that's when you have to put the invisible shield. You know, it's like, okay. You know, and you move on and you do you. Don't let them run you over. Don't let them run you over. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't understand about retrogrades. No. I don't understand. Yes, we like to do things at our own pace. Yeah. Oh, I assure you, when I say got nothing to do with age. I feel exactly like you, even though I'm in my early 20s. Yes. I wish I had invisible shield. My face will give true emotions away. Yeah, I also was like this, certainly. You know, I change with time my expressions. But when I was in my 20s, I was very expressionless in my face. Like, I used to frown a lot. I used to stare at people in a way, you know, I would be very, you know, condescending a bit with people that I didn't like, you know. But then I learned that, first of all, that that's not cool, that you don't have to be like that. Like, there's a time for everything, you know, and this is my midheaven in Libra talking. In business, in professions, in the external side of life, always be a diplomat. Even if you have to fake it, be diplomat. Never say never. Never say like, no, I would never, or yes, I would. No, just stay in the middle. In the middle. Don't react. Don't react. Be polite. That's going to get you far. You have to embrace it, because people love to provoke others, and then they climb. They get you out of the way, because it's easier to point a finger at you and be like, she looked at me like this, she did this. But if they don't have evidence of that happening, you can advance. That's why I like to wear sunglasses. I feel protected. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I was very like. No, but you have to find a way with Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces is all about like, it's not about aggression, but it's about going with the flow. Sometimes when you are being pleasant or sensitive or harmonious in a place of chaos, and maybe being a bit delulu and acting a bit like aloof, like, oh, is this happening? Is the ceiling falling? Oh, like acting like this, sort of in denial, in a huge like confrontation, that's the best attack. Because you don't go straight to the person. The Mars in water, they don't go straight to their opponent. They are not like, oh, I'm going to. No, they just evade. They evade. They're like, oh, really? I have no idea what is going on. The Mars in Pisces are the specialists on gaslighting. Like, I don't know what happened. Okay, guys. Yes, sounds like a fire zone. Yeah, sometimes, guys, you just have to play down. And especially, this I was talking the other day with a former co-worker of mine that she's having so many issues with people in her other job, and it's because of gossip. And now that we are in Gemini season, take care, guys, of the things you hear, gossip, or the gossip that you create yourself. Like, be careful, because I believe Jupiter is in Gemini, so it's expanding everything. So be careful, because usually gossip, like, I think that being gossipy is the one factor that definitely no one likes a gossipy people. Like, you can be like, just like, oh, you know what I heard? I know, like, and people definitely will listen. But the one that will get damaged the most is you, or the person that is spreading information or perceptions, or like, oh, I think that, so be careful, guys. If you are in the middle of very gossipy people, just like, it's like, yeah, you hear it, but you act like you don't know anything. And if they ask you for confirmation, you're like, no, I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. No, because in these moments of a lot of tension, there's a lot of people talking. And in this, we can see it in Twitter, we can see it, people fighting in the comment section somewhere, because everyone feels entitled to an opinion. And I think that is valid that you have an opinion. But, sometimes it's, oh, I heard someone said, it's like, just stay drama-free, please. Stay drama-free. So blame them is the way to go. I believe I learned this from Moon in Aquarius people. I learned it from Moon in Aquarius people. They always talk better about others, but when you ask them, they're like, no, I have no idea. Enjoy your popcorns, yes. Yes, because they are going to destroy each other. So yeah, just get out of the way, or you will get destroyed as well. So yeah, guys, don't engage. I have a friend that is affected by gaslighting so much. Oh, Hope, no. gaslighting is not a joke, guys. Gaslighting, people that suffer gaslighting, it takes them years. Years or a decade or 2 decades to get over it. It depends on them. So I hope your friend gets the help she needs, hope to get some clarity. Because gaslighting is so, it doesn't stop. It makes the person doubt themselves so much. So the best thing she can do is talk to others. Or, you know, like this woman, Risa Tisa, that she became viral on TikTok, you have to document everything. If you have someone that is like gaslighting you or manipulating you with information, write down everything. If you think like you're losing control and you're not remembering certain conversations, write down everything. Document it. Because probably you're not wrong and you're not crazy. Okay, guys, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on Saturday. If you can join me, we will keep with the readings. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week. Bye.